The National Football League is without one single doubt the most profitable, watched, powerful sports league in America today. Everything they touch comes up cold hard cash, no matter how many of their players get arrested, are accused of violent crimes, ingesting illegal substances, and no matter how they keep the common fan from being able to see the biggest game of the year by pricing them out of it, the NFL rules. So why then would the man in charge seek to waste millions of dollars belittling one of the biggest stars and face a battle with a not-so-powerful players' union? Tom Brady, Roger Goodell, much more. We take a football focus here. Welcome back the man who invented the concept of commenting on and bringing rational discourse to sports business, which is sometimes difficult for him, I will admit. The sports professor, Rick Horrow, who joins us today standing outside of the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, which I have to tell you something, my friend, is one of the nastiest places I've ever visited in my life. I'm sorry.
By the way, that is one thing that you and I can absolutely agree on. It's right back there. Didn't have too far to go. Last night was a thrilling and compelling Warriors performance, which is right next door. They're going to lose the Warriors in Oakland. They're going to build a new arena in downtown San Francisco. And the beauty of where I'm standing right now, the NFL draft is tonight. The Raiders are yet again waiting to, waste a draft pick. But they may be in Vegas. They may be in San Antonio. They may be in St. Louis. They may share with the Niners. And they may not be here.
Well, the owner, Mark Davis, wants to go to Vegas. He's talking to them now. There's apparently a $1.3 billion stadium project is there. But Roger Goodell and the NFL blocked him from going to L.A. last year. They don't look like they're going to let him go to Vegas. What do you think of the chances, though, that they could convince Goodell to relent and let him go there?
Well, there's one human being, or let's say one family, that has had a proven success and track record of suing the NFL to avoid a prohibition to go anywhere. The Raiders were in L.A., then they were back in Oakland. And so Roger Goodell has created a scenario that the owners voted for to give the Raiders a shot to go to L.A. if the Chargers stay in San Diego. But they have a year and a half to take advantage of that option. Mark Davis is talking. Listen, I've been around the stadium game, as you know, for many years. And just because you're talking to a community, that doesn't mean you come up with $1 billion and more in a town that really doesn't have a whole lot of corporate support, that may have an NHL team there first. So I know he's talking to Vegas, but he's talking to a lot of people. And let's just say right now the talk is cheap.
Yeah, but wouldn't Vegas be perfect, though? I mean, the Raiders, the kind of fan that they have, the kind of attitude that they have, and all this thing about gambling in Vegas. Come on, we put that to bed by now because the NFL is involved in gambling just as heavy as anybody else. Wouldn't it be perfect?
Well, you don't make a decision based on uniform colors or fan avidity at a particular time. The gambling issue is probably not the threshold issue it was before. But let's put it this way, as far as Vegas is concerned, it is a long-term deal for a $2-3 billion franchise, and you can't do it lightly. The real key is the population base enough? Are the corporations there enough to buy the number of suites that are necessary to make it happen? The same with PSL. So it's an economic question, not necessarily whether the Raider fans fit the image of what Vegas looks like.
And believe me, they do. 60 seconds. 3-judge panel this week. Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals reinstated Tom Brady's suspension. He's going to be out 4 games. Is this just Roger Goodell trying to prove that he is the guy in power against the NFL Players Union here? Because honestly, Rick, it just seems like a stupid thing to go after the most popular player in the game and a franchise that makes you billions of dollars.
Well, I have a different opinion, and unfortunately, probably some morph into that it's Roger Goodell against Brady. It's the power of the commissioner now that the appellate court has upheld his ability to arbitrate after it was bargained for. So I know I'm putting my lawyer's hat on, but Roger Goodell is really not fighting about pressure of footballs. He's not even fighting Tom Brady or the craft. What he's doing is attempting to fight the situation of powers of the commissioner, and that's the issue.
I know I'm going to get in big trouble here. I only get a few seconds left, but Oakland's not exactly one of the greatest places in the world. I know that neither one of us are going to let, but it's okay. If you want to be there, my friend, I know you're there. I get it. I'll get lots of bad letters from the people in Oakland, but my God, that is a terrible place to play football.
Why would you start that? Was there any advantage to what you just said?
No.
Because I'm here hanging. I got to stay here tonight.
Well, that's your fault, brother. I mean,
this is one of the.
I can't help it. Nothing against the people of Oakland, but that stadium is absolutely terrible, and I think they'll even admit that as well. Mr. Horrow, thanks so much for joining us, Professor. We got to go. Stay safe, if you will. Please come home okay after the NFL draft. And I just, the letters and the emails will be all over the place. Rock on, true believers. See you tomorrow, right back here on The Hard Line.